Picture a world where one nation's military precision redefines warfare itself, a campaign so meticulously executed that it leaves an entire regime scrambling, paralyzed, and pleading for mercy. This is the reality unfolding in the Middle East as Israel's operation, codenamed Rising Lion, tears through Iran's military infrastructure with surgical accuracy. New developments are emerging from yesterday's Israeli attack on Tehran, and the story is staggering. Israel has eliminated Iran's newly appointed Army Chief of Staff, General Hamad Hamdani, along with several others. Just 2 days ago, in the initial days of the conflict, Israel had already taken out Iran's senior military commanders. Hamdani was appointed as their replacement, and now he too has been eliminated. This is a masterclass in strategic warfare, and I'm here to break it down for you over the next 12 minutes. You might have seen reports on international news channels and in today's newspapers, including some English publications, claiming that Iran launched about 40 missiles in retaliation for Israel's attack. Iranian officials boasted that these missiles struck Israeli cities. Many media outlets ran with this story without verification, but here's the truth. Not a single one of those missiles reached its target in Israel. Some may have been intercepted, but we lack confirmation on that. Sirens blared across Israeli cities, but the missiles never arrived. This is the critical point. Iran's so-called retaliation was a complete failure, while Israel's strikes have been devastatingly effective. Let's talk about the precision of Israel's attacks, because it's almost unbelievable. To inject a bit of humor, I'd say not a single bomb missed its mark, like Israel's got 100% strike rate in this deadly game. Their targeting is razor-sharp, meticulously planned, and executed with terrifying accuracy. Officially, Iran admits to losing 27 or 28 senior military officials. But Israel's response is chilling. Let Iran disclose the numbers. We won't comment now. Give it a few days and we'll reveal how many were actually eliminated. After decimating Iran's military command structure, Iran scrambled to appoint new commanders, including Hamdani, who was killed just last night alongside 3 or 4 others. This isn't just warfare. It's a systematic dismantling of an entire military hierarchy. The first day of the conflict set the tone. Israel's primary targets were Iran's nuclear scientists and senior defense officials. Reports later revealed 5 separate car bomb explosions in Tehran, 2 of which completely destroyed apartments housing nuclear scientists. 5 massive blasts rocked the city, including one that leveled Iran's police headquarters. The precision here is jaw-dropping, sharp, meticulous, and deadly accurate. Iran's defense headquarters, sprawling across 80 acres with 13 buildings, including underground facilities and command offices, was obliterated. The same fate befell their Code Force headquarters, a special unit tasked with supporting proxy groups. Israel is striking at the very heart of Iran, and the regime is in a state of utter panic, left wondering what they can possibly do next. With their key military installations, command centers, and nuclear scientists' offices wiped out, Iran's capabilities are crippled. Multiple car bombs, strategically detonated at military-linked locations, have terrorized the population and sent a clear message. Israel can strike anywhere, anytime. As we enter the 5th day of this conflict, Iran's sudden pleas to the world to stop the war raise a glaring question: why now? Sources, including Israeli vlogs, reveal that Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has been forced to relocate 4 times since the war began, scurrying from one hiding spot to another like a frightened mouse. Each time he moves, his security team receives a chilling message: "We know where you are." This showcases Israel's frightening precision, a level of intelligence and technological dominance that borders on the surreal. Before eliminating military officers, Israel sends warnings to their families. Your husband or father will be struck in 5 minutes. And then, exactly as promised, the strike happens. This psychological warfare has the Iranian regime on edge, unable to trust their own systems. As terrified citizens try to flee, Iran's leaders deliver hollow motivational speeches, urging people to be brave and promising to defeat Israel. Meanwhile, global media outlets sometimes fall for Iran's propaganda, with one comical scene showing a journalist screaming, "Our channel is under attack," during a live broadcast, while another's injured hand was dramatically displayed. It's a circus, and Iran's cutting internet access for citizens while allowing propagandists to operate only adds to the absurdity. Israel's defense minister didn't mince words, warning that these propaganda operators are next. with state TV channels and editorial staff receiving prior notice, "We're coming to bomb you." Israel's protocol is clear. They warn civilians to evacuate targeted areas before striking. They notify military officers and politicians, "We're going to bomb your location," and then follow through with pinpoint accuracy. This combination of psychological and kinetic warfare has left Iran's regime reeling. Israel has even penetrated Iran's mobile networks, sending real-time updates about impending strikes, where they'll hit, when they'll strike, and which nuclear scientist is next. Every move is calculated, making this perhaps the most precisely executed military campaign of the century. And here's the kicker: Israel hasn't even deployed its most advanced weapons yet. They've got an AI-powered system called Gospel that can target 200 locations simultaneously with perfect accuracy. Imagine the devastation if they decide to unleash that. While Iran's missiles failed to reach Israel, their launch sites, recklessly placed near civilian areas in western Tehran, were obliterated after Israel warned residents to evacuate. Iran's state television and radio headquarters, located in military cantonments, were also leveled. So, what can Iran do now? Their nuclear scientists are dead, their military leadership is decimated, and Khamenei can't even move without Israel knowing. They send him messages like, "We see you there." Iranian politicians and military personnel are finally waking up to Israel's technological superiority, and it's a rude awakening. The irony: Israel hasn't even used their indigenous weapon systems yet. They're toying with Iran, striking at will, and the term "hard hit" perfectly captures the devastation they've inflicted on Iran's oil sector, economy, and military infrastructure. Just yesterday, footage surfaced of Israel striking a military vehicle, a missile launcher, with pinpoint accuracy. Within a few days, Iran may not even have launch capabilities left, as Israel systematically exposes and destroys each site. In a remarkable show of precision, Israel warned India, which has about 16,000 citizens in Iran, through diplomatic channels to evacuate certain areas before striking. This underscores their commitment to minimizing civilian casualties while annihilating military targets. The footage of Iranian citizens watching Israeli jets fly overhead, almost as if it's entertainment, speaks volumes about their apathy toward their oppressive regime. After all, how many millions has this Shia Islamic regime executed over the past 40 years without cause? The people are done. The future is clear. The Middle East will thrive once this corrupt regime collapses. Israel's Rising Lion operation, named after the biblical warning, "Don't awaken the sleeping lion," is proof that the lion is awake and mauling Iran with surgical precision. Iran's military is paralyzed with fear, their politicians are dumbfounded, and the so-called balance of power in this war is non-existent. Iran has suffered complete annihilation without landing a single effective blow. Their only option now is to beg for mercy, and with their borders inexplicably left open, their leaders know they'll be targeted if they stay. The people themselves have become the regime's greatest threat. Let me leave you with a bold prediction: Iran's leadership will change soon. Once America fully intervenes, this terrorist theocratic state will vanish from the world stage. The signs are already there: Khamenei's frantic relocations, the decimated military, the terrified propagandists. Israel's technological dominance, paired with their unrelenting precision, has rewritten the rules of warfare. This is more than a conflict, it's a historic turning point. Stay tuned, because the next few days will reveal just how far the lion's roar will echo.